Sugar City Morning Show.
Morning and welcome to today's edition of the Sugar City Morning Show. It is a pleasure to welcome you and to bid you good morning wherever you may be. If you are in San Pedro, La Isla Bonita, or you are in Santa Familia in Cayo District, or if you are Shunus, donde sea que te encuentres, un gran gusto saludarte por la mañana y desearte todo lo mejor para el día de hoy. Un gran lujo de poder estar aquí saludándoles a ustedes y también tener un día más de vida. Un día más porque muchas veces, como digo, nosotros tomamos todo por como si fuera un dado. We take too much for granted. Cuando yo tenga 50 años, cuando yo tenga 74 años, Dios sabe que mañana podrías morir. No que así lo quisiéramos, pero simplemente hay que decir siempre primero Dios, porque Dios nos da la vida, Dios nos da la salud, Dios nos da todo. Y no es que fuera yo no soy padre, ni pastor, ni nada de eso. Simplemente soy una persona común y corriente que, como todos ustedes, tienen necesidad de creer en algo mucho más fuerte que yo. Y eso es una necesidad que cada individuo tiene. Cada individuo tiene esa necesidad de creer por obvias razones. Porque con tantas preguntas que uno se hace durante el día, bueno, ¿y por qué la vida? ¿Y por qué estamos aquí pasando tiempos difíciles? ¿Y qué es esto de este gran amor que tiene Dios para nosotros? Tantas preguntas que al final del día uno no logra responder. Pero si eres guiado por la literatura sagrada y simplemente abres tus ojos y ves la vida, porque la vida es una escuela, nos enseña. Simplemente tienes tú que mirar y ver y poder discernir de que al final del día, compañeros, no hay respuesta para todas las preguntas que te haces. No lo hay. No lo hay enteramente. Pero al final del día, con tantas preguntas que quizás todavía tengas, llegas a un punto y simplemente dices, no puede ser que no hay un Dios. No puede ser que solo simplemente estamos girando por el universo sin un propósito. No puede ser que estamos todos aquí viviendo y ¿qué pasó con todo lo que está escrito? ¿Qué pasó con toda la vida de nuestros antepasados? Tenemos una necesidad de creer, compañeros. Y por eso hoy quiero darle gracias a nuestro Padre por todo lo que hace por nosotros. Padre, te doy las gracias por todo. Por la vida, por la salud, por las fuerzas. Por tu misericordia, por tu perdón. Gracias, Padre, por todo. Te pido que continúes bendiciéndonos. Te pido, Padre, que nos asistas en nuestros proyectos. Que podamos ser humildes. Que podamos ser menos arrogantes y menos soberbios, hipócritas. Que podamos ser sensibles a las necesidades de otras personas. Que podamos ser considerados con los sentimientos de otras personas. Que podamos ayudar al prójimo. No dar lo que uno no necesita y porque ya no lo quiere, sino simplemente dar porque te sientes bien en dar, porque te nace dar. Gracias, Padre, por un año más de vida en mi caso. Padre, te pido por los ancianos, por los niños en las calles, te pido por todos las personas que están pasando por tiempos difíciles a este momento. Te pido por todos los alcohólicos, drogadictos, guíalos, Padre. Te pido por todos los que están en las cárceles. Te pido, Padre, por todos nosotros, que tengamos un día exitoso, que tengamos la fortaleza para seguir tus pasos. Te bendecimos, te glorificamos, te adoramos. Amén. Good morning. If you just joined us, it's exactly 10 minutes after 7 o'clock. It's a pleasure to be here with you. This is the general weather forecast for today, Thursday, the 24th of August. If you're celebrating your birthday today, have a beautiful day. Si estás cumpliendo años, te deseo todo lo mejor. Si estás celebrando tus aniversarios, también que lo pases de maravilla. This is the general situation. And it says, generally, fair conditions persist over the area. The 24-hour forecast, sunny with cloudy spells today and cloudy at times tonight. Showers or thunderstorms will be isolated except over the south and coast this morning, and tonight and over inland areas this afternoon. It may rain this afternoon. It doesn't say where inland. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's August. I mean, expect anything in August. Sun in the morning, rain in the afternoon. Winds from the east-southeast, 5 to 15 knots. The sea stayed choppy. The temperatures along the coast, 88 degrees as a max, 81 degrees as a low. Inland, 93 degrees Fahrenheit as a max, 75 as a low. And in the hills, 81 degrees Fahrenheit as a max and 68 degrees as a low. There are no advisors in place, and just let me quickly tell you that Tropical Storm Harvey is already a tropical storm again, and it is supposed to be evolving into a hurricane and is threatening the southern coast of the United States, and in particular the Texas coastline. It seems to me that, and from what I'm looking at, that is going to approach the area as a Category 1 hurricane, go up into the Texas hills, and then come back down. So that area is going to take 2 or 3 day pounding of rain. The wind is not going to be so strong because it will have by then be a storm and eventually a depression. But the amount of rain that is going to be falling, because it's not going to be moving much, it's just going to be staying there. So in our prayers, please let us include all those people in Texas who may be confronted with dangerous situations within the next 2-3 days. The outlook for tomorrow is a few showers and isolated thunderstorms, mostly over the south on Friday, increasing Friday night. There will be a high tide this morning at 11:40, a low tide this evening at 5 minutes after 6, a high tide tomorrow morning at 3 minutes after midnight, and another low tide at 6:22 tomorrow morning. The sun sets today at 6:13, and the sun rises tomorrow at 5:38. The moon rises this morning at 13 minutes after 8, and the moon sets today as well as 33 minutes after 8. And we want to thank Francisca Wellington for that information, and all those other persons working at the National Med Service. Thank you very much. I noticed that she has updated the website, or the website has been updated. I do believe that is by the technicians there, from as early as 29 minutes after 5. So whilst you are in your bed, these people are up and going already. And remember that this is in Ladyville, so they need to travel all the way to Ladyville to do that. So we must recognize the efforts of these people. I always commend them and applaud the efforts. And not only them, but all the people who have been working throughout the night, the police officers, the BDF, the nurses, the doctors, for God's sake, and the watchmen, and all those other people who have been up doing diligent work throughout the night for the benefit and development of our country. Thank you very much. Buenos días, compañeros. Un gran gusto saludarles hoy por la mañana, jueves 24 de agosto. Yo siempre me refiero a el día después. Este reporte indica la situación general. Buenas condiciones hoy persisten sobre nuestra área. Para las siguientes 24 horas, soleado con algunos periodos de nubosidad, hoy nublado por momentos, hoy por la noche. Chubascos, tormentas van a estar completamente aisladas, uno por aquí, uno por allá, y nada más así pasaderas, excepto sobre el sur y por la costa, hoy por la mañana, hoy por la noche, y hoy por la tarde vamos a estar viendo chubascos aislados, tormentas aisladas en el interior del país, hoy por la tarde. No dice exactamente dónde, simplemente lo mantiene convenientemente abierto al interior del país, así que es probable que tengamos, que tengamos un chubasco por la tarde, o quizás un Tobajil, o quizás Guinigras, o quizás Santa Familia, no lo sé. Pero finalmente, como dije hace un momento, agosto así es, errático. Por la mañana está caliente, por la tarde cae un chubasco, de ratito ya está completamente soleado de nuevo. Agosto y septiembre. Bueno, compañeros, las temperaturas por la costa, 88 grados como una máxima, 81 como una mínima. En el interior, 95, va a estar bastante caluroso hoy, 93, perdón, y 75 como una mínima. Y recuérdense que hay mucha humedad en el ambiente, así que se va a sentir como si fuera 105. Así que tienen que mantenerse bastante hidratados y tomando mucha agua. Y recuérdate que también tienes hermanitos, tienes ancianos, abuelos, no los dejes ahí sentados con la lengua para afuera. Tienes que tú preocuparte de darles agua también. Y no Coca-Cola ni jugos dulces, porque eso no te sacia la sed, simplemente agua. Y si es preferible, aunque se quejen, agua al tiempo o agua casi que mezclada, es lo perfecto. Por las colinas con una máxima de 81 y una mínima de 68 grados. Advertencias, para nosotros no hay ninguna. Mencionaba hace ratos de que, y déjame nada más rápidamente checar esto, sí, no hay ninguna. Que lo que fue los residuos, si puedo usar esa palabra, no, lo que fue Tropical Storm Harvey, la tormenta tropical Harvey, y que ni siquiera nos pasó al norte de nosotros, ya se reorganizó, compañeros, y está en el Golfo de México. Ya es tormenta tropical con vientos en exceso de 60 millas por hora y está amenazando la costa de los Estados Unidos, especialmente en particular la costa de Texas. Y menciono esto simplemente porque extrañamente esta tormenta va a entrar a la costa y se va a quedar ahí. Simplemente se va a quedar ahí dompeando tanta lluvia y puede que cause severos problemas en esa área. Pues ya sabemos que esa área de la costa de Texas es bastante baja. Y toda esa costa de Texas suele inundarse rápidamente. En particular, esa área donde está yendo. Así que, por favor, mantengan a todas esas personas en sus oraciones, porque por 2-3 días esta tormenta va a estar ahí sobre ellos. Vamos a verse un poquito al norte y luego entonces regresa, pero desde sábado, domingo, lunes y hasta martes todavía va a estar en esa área y les va a causar una gran cantidad de lluvia, diluvio más bien. Así que nuestras oraciones para estas personas. Compañeros, de vuelta a esto, mañana, viernes, algunos chubascos o tormentas aisladas, esencialmente sobre el sur del país. Y van a estar aumentando ya por la noche. Las mareas, una marea alta hoy a las 11:40 de la mañana, una marea baja a las 6:05 hoy por la tarde. Luego entonces una segunda marea alta a la medianoche más 3 minutos y otra marea baja mañana a las 6:22 minutos por la mañana. El sol se oculta hoy a las 6:13 minutos y el sol sale mañana a las 5:38 minutos. De igual forma, la luna sale entre muy poco, a las 8:13 minutos y se oculta a las 8:33 minutos hoy por la noche. Le damos las gracias a Francisca Wellington y a las otras personas, compañeros trabajando ahí en el National Med Service. Y también un atento saludo a los doctores, a las enfermeras, a los policías, a los soldados, a los agentes de seguridad, bueno, a los trabajadores, todos aquellos que estuvieron trabajando durante el tiempo que nosotros estamos en nuestra casita durmiendo. Les felicito, les saludo y les doy las gracias por ayudar en el desarrollo de este país. Compañeros, también hay que agradecerle a nuestros patrocinadores que fielmente nos apoyan con sus anuncios. Estamos hablando de el señor Honorable Gaspar Vega, el señor Germán Vega, el señor Eduardo Vega del Benque, también los señores dueños de A&Rs y también Rapidito Loans, también Northern Medical Specialty, también Gillette Meat Shop, también Government of Belize Information Service, Belize Tourist Board. Bueno, si es que he fallado alguno, mis disculpas, pero nuestros más sincero agradecimiento a estas personas por apoyarnos fielmente con sus anuncios. Compañeros, cuando son las 7:23, vamos a tomar una pausa, pero estaremos de vuelta con ustedes tan pronto estos anuncios. No se vayan.
Let's get ready to rumble! Y'all ready for this? Get serious. Get bopped.
The first two phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopan Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first two phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward. The Philip Goulton Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goulton International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section A of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and PGIA is nearing completion at an investment of $13.6 million. Works include construction of retaining walls to prevent erosion, widening of the road cross-section to include paved road shoulders, pavement restoration and resurfacing. The project also includes installation of LED road lighting and safety features such as signs, reflectors, road marking, and improved visibility through the clearing of the road reserve. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
A&R Stores Countrywide announced the arrival of name brand school bags in all colors, design, and sizes. Stationery supplies, composition books, lunch bags, laptops, tablets, watches, and everything else you will need for this new school year. So take time out and have your pick out of the largest variety of durable school bags in the country. They are also pleased to announce the arrival of a wide assortment of housewares like Sterilite plastic containers in different sizes, glassware, kitchen utensils, cooking pots and pans, and beautiful floral arrangements. And if you need to redo your bathroom or your bedroom, visit them for the most beautiful bath mat sets, ready-made curtains in beautiful colors and designs, lights and mirrors, bed sheets for twin, full, queen, and king-size beds, plus comfortable pillows and beautiful comforters to match. And best of all, it is always the excellent service and the low prices that make the difference at A&R. So come visit our stores in Orange Walk, Corozal, Belize City, Belmopan, San Ignacio, and now in Dangriga for the best in housewares and school supplies at the guaranteed best prices in town. A&R, where our prices make the difference.
The new Belize City Civic Center is taking shape at the foot of the Balkan Bridge and is expected to be completed by December 2017. This multi-purpose mega facility will boast an air-conditioned interior with a seating capacity of 4,500, a FIBA-certified wooden main court and 3 practice courts, offices, media boxes, and multiple locker rooms, another basketball court with 24-hour access to the public, and parking for 200 vehicles. This $34 million investment highlights a new era of world-class sporting infrastructure for the entire country of Belize. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Tienes 8 cilindros. Eres adrenalina disfrazada de aleación de aluminio a 8000 revoluciones por minuto.
Así como así. ¿Será el cigüeñal?
Una limpieza de inyectores y un cambio de aceite. Vas a correr con libertad, campeón.
Los que entendemos al motor como si tuviera voz, hablamos máquina. Roche France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Ahora distribuido por German Vega & Sons. Búsquelo en su tienda favorita.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop. fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macal River. Sample a kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. I have the pleasure of being joined this morning by no other, as always, by my good friend Checky. Good morning, Checky,
good morning,
and
my brother.
welcome.
I remember when we have one election, but good morning to everybody. I send no mass Colgate to somebody, but right now, no mass Apple Birthday, boy.
Like I said a while ago, today is normally referred as the day after.
The day after.
Yes, el día después.
All right. By the way, thank God once again that we're here this morning.
Yes, and I thank God immensely for all the blessings. And I want to clearly just take a bit of the time here to intellectualize a little bit. Not really intellectualize. Sounds sophisticated and highfalutin. But very simply to say, solemos tener problemas con familiares, con amistades, pero lo que sucede es de que muchas veces nosotros sobrereaccionamos y se nos va el ánimo y ya luego entonces nos enojamos más aún y todo nuestro ser, nuestra posibilidad de ser feliz es apachurrado, por decir, por la forma que reaccionamos. Así que hoy en día mi mejor consejo es no enojarte por cualquier tontería. Simplemente que digan lo que digan y tú sigue con la frente alta. Adelante y no te preocupes y sé feliz.
Yep, that's it. Emmanuel had a very interesting sitting of the Senate yesterday.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Concerning this town council, that's what it's a bill. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I heard one of them talking about instead of talking about the project itself and should the bill go through, who get the contract? You understand?
Exactly. And because it was disclosed that it was the minister's brother
or brother
or sister-in-law or some family to relative like a Creole,
so right there, they don't lose focus already in concentrating on the bill itself.
Well, somebody has to get the contract, doesn't it?
Somebody have to get the contract, yes. So, I mean, if this person is qualified regardless, because you know they always have, what relationship are you to the minister? I understand your sister, brother, or brother or something. You know the things that always come up, but then instead of concentrating on the bill the way it's supposed to be, then they divert to something different.
The people will be benefiting from it.
And this bill is not only for San Ignacio Town Council, you know. But then this person said they hurry to pass this bill because San Ignacio this and that, and they want to get through this contract.
That the whole sitting of the representatives was meant exclusively for the benefit of the San Ignacio Santa Elena Town Council. That this and Tara, that. And I am pretty sure, ladies and gentlemen, that our Mayor Kevin Bernard must be quite glad.
All mayors.
And I'm talking in particular about Kevin. Must be very glad that this motion is being presented to the House of Representatives because it gives every single mayor the possibility, it opens up the doors to more financing, and it pretty much, because you see, ladies and gentlemen, before, no town council had the authority to go into commercial borrowing without special permission. So this bill is giving them leeway. It's telling them, okay, you could do this. You don't have to be constantly borrowing from the government, You are now being permitted to do commercial borrowings. You are now becoming more autonomous. Tú controlas tu dinero. Y el dinero, ¿cómo lo puedes conseguir? También.
They just have to make sure that they keep good accountants and make sure they pay back.
One of the questions was, who's going to stop them from borrowing more than they can pay?
Well, I believe that comes with your presentation to the lending institutions, because it's their responsibility to see if then they lend you this money and you're capable enough of paying it back.
True. But we've always heard a lot of people who give beautiful presentations to the bank, but something happens. And I'm not talking here in particular to the inability of the person to say to pay back because of mismanagement, but very simply because of other circumstances. It turns out that the project goes down to nada, and then for as commendable as your project was, it went down to nothing. So the answer was given to that question was, well, you're still under the auspices of the Ministry of Finance. So the Ministry of Finance would be able to tell you, to guide you. I would believe that is what it said. And how much involved the ministry would be, I don't know. But it's a good question, nonetheless.
Yeah, you see, sometimes when people would borrow money and I say, okay, I need 100,000 for this project. But then I tell them people to fix up, watch out, fix it up, I'm going to next leave 20 on the side. I'm going to leave 20 on the side because we could use that for certain things, or we need this for just to cover this off and do this. This in general, no? And then that I want to find yourself in a problem, because when the projects start to come up, and then sometimes they do some bidding for some projects, and somebody say, watch out, if you bid lower, I will give you at least something. And then that hampers the project when the project is on its way, because that person bid lower, or this person, you tell the person bid so much and I make sure you get it, but you have to give me a little change. Then you look, what suffer that the project suffer? The project not go up the right way. So you can kind of hustle in there. But if they have guidance from the Ministry of Finance, like Carla Barnett said that you might see the sign up at the site in San Ignacio, but then people not approve, not knows approved to them, they don't get no money. No, they don't get no money from the National Bank so far. but the sign is there, but no money has been dispersed. So, and you know, I believe Carla Barnett is a good financial person. So, if she's there, then I believe that one time people try to do the hanky-panky thing, she could step in and say, no man, this project, make we analyze this, everything we got in a plan here. So, because you know what, halfway, then you get stuck. You can't finish your project.
Yeah. Let me just quickly borrow what from here and tell you that Honorable Carla Barnett, who is a senator, says the staff of the bank and the legal advisor of the bank realize that town councils don't have the capacity to borrow, even though other town councils have borrowed in the past. They really don't have the authority to do so under the law. Yes, because we have heard that I think previous mayors have gone into borrowings, but she just says, in fact, they really don't have the authority to do so under the law. And therefore, in order for the San Ignacio Town Council to be able to do what it needed to do for the National Bank to be able to be helpful, there need to be a provision in the law for borrowing to take place. And the National Bank made a determination that it would not be advancing any money to the San Ignacio Town Council because the Town Council had no capacity to borrow. Okay? So as of today, no money has been advanced by the National Bank on this project in any shape or form. Yes, there is a sign there, and that sign reflects the cooperation. And in fact, the National Bank staff have been helpful in terms of looking through all the town council affairs. That is why you see that sign up, but you don't see anything that says the National Bank has put any money forward as yet, because we can't. That would be illegal. We can't. The San Ignacio Santa Elena, they can't take, town council, they can't take money. At the end of the debate, the opposition called for division and the passage of the bill, and the vote was 6-7 in favor of the passage of the bill. 6-7. Okay?
So
which means 6, I would imagine, PUPs, and 7
in favor.
In favor. Because it says 3 and 3, not 6 PUPs. I'm sorry, I take that back. It would be the 3 senators. Well, whatever way it was.
It got 6-7.
It went 6-7, but it still went through. 6 plus 1, which means that all the social partners voted against it, except Church Senator Ashley Rock, whose swing vote in favor allowed for the government side to get the law passed. Let's see what Osmani Salas said. Osmani Salas
He's a 13th senator, right?
Yes. This amendment bill certainly is a step in the right direction. I will not deny that. He knows that it's a step in the right direction. He accepts that it's a good bill.
Step in
He
the
says,
right direction,
not,
Emmanuel, but the way how the vote's gone...
He did not vote for it.
He never voted for it. And it's a step in the right direction.
It's a step in the right direction, but he didn't vote for it. He says, I will not argue against it. I just provide some benefits. But it needs to be carefully thought out, and I will say that I don't believe it has been. What is he saying? That if it would have been thought out more, he would have voted for it? He would have voted in favor of it? Is that it?
Perhaps. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Buenas tardes.
Buenos días.
Dile cuánto que saque sus saludos desde Bucaman.
Hello.
No sé qué dijo.
Continue, Emmanuel, continue.
Entonces, él dijo claramente, the amendment bill certainly is a step in the right direction. I will not deny that. I will not argue against that. It just provides some benefit, but it needs to be carefully thought out, and I will say that I don't believe it has been.
Okay.
So, the question is, why did he vote against it? The question is, if it would have been thought out more, then did it, then would he have voted in favor of it? Those are questions. And let me see what the other senator said. And I think Valerie Woodward, this is a POP senator, this is Honorable Ashley Rock. I feel that when you read the bill, there is no carte blanche authority given to the town council to do as they please. I take comfort in the fact that the town councillors are under the scrutiny of the Minister of Finance, which is the Prime Minister, whether it be of this party or any other party, previous party to come. Honorable Mark Zaraga, business senator, says the chief concern here has to be the protection of Belizean taxpayers. We don't know what limits are placed on the town council and how much they can borrow. This piece of legislation sets no such limit, and we ask what is there to prevent them from beginning over leverage and indebted to the point that central government and by extension taxpayers again will have to bail these townships out.
Well, you say earlier that it should be a good thing for the councils, and we know it's a good thing, and if they're a good thing, and so why the people have vote against it, man? Because if it's a good thing for the councils, then it's a good thing for the community as well.
Obviously.
Right? But they have the right to vote however they want, and that's the way it went. 6-7.
Yes. Well, this is just food for thought.
Yeah, 6-7. But make we say how you play out. So this supposed to go in forward for get sign up and get ready now, no?
Yes, that is exactly right. And well, I don't think it comes as any surprise to a lot of people the way the voting went. I think at the end of the day that you know the benefit that can come out of that particular bill. And then at the end of the day, you still don't vote for it, then what is your position? You have to make up your mind, very simply. That's my...
Yeah. So now up to after this bill get completed now, up to the different town councils, how they want to take the opportunity of this to better off their community. But maybe, I don't know if they have any clause in there, if you can, whatever you borrow, if it can be fixed to your term that you're in, or you just want open, because you know like the government one, it opens and you could borrow for 10, 20 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which in for a big project, it almost impossible for you to do a big project and just have your mortgage or whatever you do, your loans and so just for a term of 3 years, you know? Because if the councils take the opportunity of this, we should be seeing good things in all the communities in the country.
Well, let me just quickly borrow from what from Mike Perifeet. Or let me see. Yes. It says the government says it is trying to put the 7 towns on the same level of autonomy of the 2 cities, which means that currently, as it is, the city of Belmopan and the city of Belize can actually do borrowings,
right?
Okay, by giving them greater financial independence to make loans to finance capital projects. It is currently illegal for any town council to make commercial borrowings, but there is a need to legitimize it since these municipalities may have the same financial needs as the 2 cities. Well, hello, of course, you know. But the debate turned heated when we went to the Senate today for over 3.5 hours. Honorable Marcels, well, I already read that. Honorable Aldo Salazar already read that. I think Honorable Valerie Woods, she's the one who went into the tangent about who they get the money and who. But at the end of the day, believe me, at the end of the day, the benefit is for the. But somebody has to do it. Would you say anything if it is her brother-in-law who was doing it? Will she? Perhaps not. Perhaps not. You understand?
Yes, yes, of course, of course. But then, Emmanuel, I believe that divert a little bit from the presentation that was supposed to be made, because, I mean, so like you said, somebody have to get a contract. So what if somebody else relationship to the minister have it? The job don't get done, or it can't get done, or that person not qualified to get a job. You understand?
Yes.
So I believe it should have been concentrated in what the agenda was about, what was on the table, for talk about the bill and not who they get the contract or who not they get. Right?
Yes, exactly. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the number is 302-2170. That is the number to call. But this moment, when it's exactly 10 minutes before 8 o'clock, we need to take a break. But we'll be right back with you after these messages.
Northern Medical Specialty Plaza has been offering excellent health services since its inception in 2000. Today you can enjoy a wide range of medical services through our experienced doctors and dedicated friendly staff. No need to go to Belize City or Chatham Mall. Introducing our new state-of-the-art CT scan 16 slice, now available at Northern Medical Specialty Plaza in high-definition technology, computerized tomography. Also available, ultrasound 4D scan, which shows moving 3D images of your baby. We also provide services such as mammograms, X-ray, clean and safe nursery, certified pharmacist, operating facilities, our 24 hours emergency and hospitalization, high technology research facilities. Our motto has always been to serve our community with compassion, quality, and affordable medical services. Specialists devoted to serve you. Visit us today at Orchid Drive in Orange Rock Town or call us at 302-3708. Northern Medical Specialty Plaza. Your health is our priority.
Buster. They see you and know you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things never run you. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan Muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just about right away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
I love my Digicel 4G LTE data. Between work and school, I have to multitask to keep up. When I'm on the move, I have everything I need no matter where I go. Whether it's research for school, emails for work, or Facebook, Snapchat, and YouTube while on those long bus rides, Digicel 4G LTE got me covered. Digicel 4G LTE's nationwide coverage is exactly what I need to get me where I'm going. They're truly the bigger, better network.
I'm about to hit you with the work, boy.
The bigger, better network. Digicel.
The first two phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopon Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first two phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
And welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros, al Sugar City Morning Show. Y son exactamente las 8 menos 3 minutos. Un gran gusto saludarles hoy por la mañana. It's a pleasure to send you our best regards, wherever you may be. And due to the beauty of technology, where with a snap of the remote control, you can view us in the privacy of your homes. And thank you very much for the confidence you display in viewing us. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. Next week, they're done in a month, pa.
Yes, that's
next
exactly
week, Thursdays in a month.
Yes.
Like nothing. That was June, July, August, 3 months. So they're halfway in the hurricane season then.
That's exactly right. And history can help to prove, well, it's there to prove that when it comes to the big hurricanes, that at the end of the day, it is the month of September and October that are the ones that we need to watch out for.
They're the big threat ones, huh?
Yes. As a matter of fact, the hurricane season climaxes on the 10th or 11th of September, one of those two days. And which means that over the years, that is the day when you have the highest occurrences of hurricanes. Okay? So, and then it goes down drastically, and then in October it has a little comeback, another crest, but not a crest, but a little what is called another little climax. But after October, then it goes down drastically. So, ladies and gentlemen, we just keep on praying and hoping that we do not have any hurricanes in the month of September and October, because in particular, September, well, we don't have any, the tracks are normally westward tracks directly at us, but in October, those are the ones that they are westerly, yes, but we also have the situation where cold fronts are coming down, and whatever is going up is normally pushed down back again by the cold fronts, and then that is when we have the situation that hurricanes go south, southwest, and that is when we can get hit, because the hurricane could then wade up Cuba, and it turns out that, hello, it's coming down at us, because obviously the cold fronts are pushing it down. So we have to be very vigilant, September and October. We have seen it pretty much active. I mean, we didn't, Franklin ain't prekepawi. Harvey who? I mean, at the end of the day, we don't feel them.
Yeah. You could recall, Emmanuel, for the past 3 months, if any of the storms that were coming out, if any of them had any devastation through Mexico or the U.S. or...
Well, devastation, no. I think that at the end of the day, even though Franklin did a little thing up here in Quintana Roo, but we didn't, it was too weak to do any devastation.
So no kind of damage so far?
Barely, if anything. It did a lot of, it did. Let me correct that. Let me correct that. The rains, the heavy rains in the Yucatan Peninsula caused a lot of damage. Yeah. Because we saw images of Ciudad del Carmen.
Oh yeah, we see that one for sure.
Where the water came into the house.
Come up high.
Come up into the houses, people, and the businesses and so forth, because obviously, well, I don't know if you've been to Ciudad del Carmen, but the place is literally surrounded by water. And even you have inlets and so forth, and una sección de la ciudad aquí, otra sección, and then there's water in the middle. So whenever the water comes in, it comes into pretty much all the areas. But it did a number there. But this one, this Lee Harvey, why never do we? Believe me, I wouldn't want to be living in the southwestern coast of Texas right now, because it's going to be pounded with heavy rains. And I mean, we're talking here a deluge of rain in that area, because it's going to stay there, go up a bit, and then come down back and stay there. So for 3 days, it's going to be doing that. Can you imagine a storm over our area for 3 days and not move anything at all?
Yeah, so what you reported, what you mentioned a while ago about September and October, we're still not really gone into the real high peak season yet.
We're still not gone into the high peak season yet. We await those months when historically, that's the time when we get hurricanes, and the big ones too. We have not had any category 3, 4, and 5 hurricane in the month of June or July. Yes, we had tropical storms in the months of July. But when it comes to hurricanes, you see, everything has to do with the temperature of the sea. And it turns out that certain areas are hotter than certain areas at certain times. That's why when you talk about the Cape Verde season, it is that area just immediately off the coast of Africa that where is really the birthplace of a lot of the hurricanes and tropical storms, but only for a certain time, because there are other times when the waters are still pretty cool because of the currents within the Atlantic Ocean. However, after a while, then become hot, and it's the birthplace. It's and then all the hurricanes are pretty much born from that area, and it's bad for us because those are the ones that normally come west, and that I think is coming on now, right now, the Cape Verde season. All right. So this is the season when we have to, if I'm not mistaken, this is it now. Or we are in it already.
All right, so just keep on praying,
folks.
folks.
Very vigilant.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Emmanuel, apart from that, we hear that now that the city are over, we hear like the shootings, they look for start again now. What may be the reason?
I don't know why.
Or why is it happening again? Because remember when they had this thing with the truce and the gangs that Belize City. I think it was Miss Diane Finnegan and when Chester was working there, when they were working in the south side with some of the gang leaders, gang members, they brought this person from the U.S., former gang leader, spoke to a lot of people. He came here to Orange Walk and spoke to some high school students here in Orange Walk as well. I remember because I had the privilege to provide them with some audio. But then I believe with the hear that people start to drop again, man.
Well, yesterday whilst I was on the internet, one of my friends made a post and said that she was passing by the park by where she lives.
In the city?
In the city, and I think that she noticed that there were a number of people who were, I think, police who were in the water.
In the water?
Yes, they were doing in a boat in the water,
okay.
and this came after reports that there was somebody who had been dumped into the sea, and this was seen by a couple who were in the area, and they quickly reported it to police. And a body was thrown in to the sea.
What?
So,
that what area after that?
Right by Caribbean Shores.
Caribbean Shores.
What is called Rock Park.
Rock Park.
You know where that is?
No, I'm not really sure where Rock Park. That before you reach the municipal airstrip?
I think that is the area, if you know Belize City, is where A Street empties out into Princess Margaret Drive. I do believe that is it. I may be mistaken. Okay. But it's in front of what traditionally was Mr. Fuller's house and Mr. Louis Sylvester's house.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I believe that is
so that I'm more in a residential area, no?
Oh, yes. The police and Coast Guard dive team has broken a search of Belize City's coast. That's after a report was made at about 2 p.m., meaning broad daylight in the afternoon, someone had been thrown into the sea. According to reports, 2 men were driving past Rock Park on Princess Margaret Drive when one of the men reported that he saw someone being pushed off a boat not too far out to sea. The boat then sped off. The pair called police, who teamed up with the Coast Guard to form a search team, including vessels and 2 drivers, plus 1 civilian who volunteered. Coast Guard vessels could be seen going up and down in the vicinity where the person was reportedly thrown overboard. It's a vast area, and up to this evening, though yesterday evening, the search had not turned up anything.
So they don't find the body?
No, they have not. It can be, however, that if you consider it, that the person who saw this made a mistake.
Maybe.
Can it be?
Maybe.
Can it be that perhaps, unless the person was the person who was being dumped into the sea was not covered, and obviously you could easily discern that it's a body or a person. But if it's maybe just a bag or something that's being thrown in, it could have been. Now, I'm not telling you that it was not a body. I'm telling you that up to now they have not found anything, and therefore it leads up to speculation. Can it be or can it be? But at the end of the day, there was also a murder and that body, and this was confirmed because the body was found near Cisco.
Near Cisco.
Over the years, this is one dump site. It has been established as a dump site, and over the years, 5 persons have been found in that area.
That's on the George Price Highway?
That's on the George Price
Right out of the city, no?
Right. So, confirms the fact that crime is going up.
Yes.
San Pedro is saying, hey, we can't take this no more. It's killing us, and the situation now has been referred to Mr. Manuel Heredia Jr., who is taking this up to cabinet.
And he's the area representative.
He is the area rep. He's also the Minister of Sports and of Tourism and Civil Aviation.
And he lives in San Pedro.
Minister of Tourism. Those things, those reports, crime activity, and so don't bode well.
No,
at all.
But
to put it lightly.
Yeah, I understand that somebody mentioned, I don't really know who that some tourists were canceling some of their reservations From San Pedro.
From San Pedro, or
some tourists that were already staying in San Pedro, they cut their vacation short.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How did you know that?
Somebody sent out a reliable post, but I can't quote the person. But let me continue that story.
Yes, there were 2 murders in San Pedro town within 4 days. That was last week. No arrests have been made. And there are whispers out of Belize's tourism capital that there could be tourist cancellations because of the spike in crime. The last one, which was on Sunday, was particularly prominent. It happened right in the downtown area. It says, there have been quite a few murders in San Pedro over the past weeks. Do you think this will affect the tourism here? Manuel Heredia spoke. Well, it could be, but thank God that up to now it hasn't. But yes, that has been brought to cabinet already. They're taking serious measures to make sure we can combat those illegal guns that are on the street. But all of this is drug related. There is no doubt about that. So, some would argue that, it would just be that they're supplying the weed. The marijuana for those persons who can have less than 10 grams of weed for an amended law, the Misuse of Drug Acts. That is how, the question is not well. How would you respond to that? The government is moving to decriminalize that 10 grams. Well, come up straight to the question, Mr. Moore.
Yes, one.
This has been in the pipeline for many years, looking and in consultation. I think you heard Doug Sings yesterday when he was the Minister of Police having a confrontation with different organizations and NGO and the churches and whatnot. We believe that there are many of these cases that you will find people that, they do it, not really a habit, but because they want to concentrate better on sometimes. That's a pile of crap. Better they say, sorry about
But
that.
continue, report. Where the ad-lib there?
Sometimes they say because of sickness, but I believe that as they mentioned, alcohol is something that does a lot of damage. Why should we be tackling the little man and not really the bigger man? No matter what there has been, they have dispatched a team to San Pedro, a very high-ranked team, to look at the situation. They're already making sure we can clean the island as much. Sir, your efforts are commendable. I think that at the end of the day, it has nothing to do with the decriminalization thing. I think at the end of the day, one has nothing to do with the other, and that's my opinion, my personal point of view. But I believe that in terms of the crime situation, I believe that that needs some serious attention.
Definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot afford to have San Pedro lose its reputation as a viable tourist destination, as a safe tourist destination. Not only San Pedro, but Belize as a country.
Right. The tourism aspects, the aspect of the tourism in Belize benefits the entire country. So when you talk about San Pedro, it's not only San Pedro that gets benefit because San Pedro is one of the big tourist destinations, because when the tourism funds come to the country, it benefits the entire country.
Exactly so. Right. Exactly so. So I do believe that the severity of the whole situation demands that you have a serious analysis of the situation of the crime situation in San Pedro and in Belize City. Because if crime continues to spiral this way, then we're going to be seeing the effects of it in the short run.
Yeah, this
not necessarily the long run.
Part of this report is already saying about some alleged cancellations, right?
That's exactly right.
And
I say short run because, word goes around, and yes, some people tend to forget eventually, but believe me, when Belize gets the bad name, immediately.
Yeah, right away.
Right away.
Not like one
cancel it because people fear for their lives.
Yeah, but you can't blame them.
And I don't blame them, But a little while ago, I was reading, it says because blah, blah, blah. It's not because if it's not really a habit. I wish that some people were a little bit more informed when they talk about marijuana and drugs and so forth, because really all of those things are based on addictions.
Yeah, but this decriminalization of this marijuana, you know, they tell people that when they give you permission to smoke it or to have it, you know.
It's just really decriminalizing
They
it.
tell you that if they catch you with a certain amount, you still want to give a charge. You're going to charge if you go to court. But they know they say that you could smoke it about the place. And even if they say that law no pass.
Yes.
That law no pass. Yet if you want pass.
If they catch you with 10 grams of weed or less, they will let you go. But that doesn't give, that law is not in effect yet. Repeat, is not in effect yet. It will take months before that goes into effect.
Yep.
Because it's not like one of those other bills that government pushes through. It's 3 readings in one day.
It's not a priority.
No, sir. It's not that way, not with this bill. This bill has been referred to committee, which means that the committee will then, whichever committee that is, I don't know, but the committee then may suggest public hearings, and so it's a process that it has to go through. Okay? Obviously, people will have a number of questions about the whole logistics of the thing. If you're permitted to have 10 grams of weed with you, is it, or does it permit you only in the streets? I mean, in your house, in your yard? Can it be that you are in the streets and if you're caught with 10 grams of weed or less, that you're okay? Okay? How far, what is the scope of the bill? You understand?
True, true.
The other day we were referring, because I think that there was some mention that it was only meant for like 10 grams of weed in your yard, in your house. But I do believe that by extension it could also mean out in the streets.
Yeah, because how you get a 10 gram in your house without go buy it?
Thank you very much.
And who will sell it?
Thank you very much. And
how much? Let's say, because you have to get it from someplace. But let's say I give provision for some people to sell it. Because they have to sell it. Will there be designed to a specific amount that you can have at one time for sell? You understand? And how you can get it? And where that person will sell it, will get it from? They give people authority permission to put up farms.
True. Tricky little situation there. Because, and it's one of those situations that needs to be thought out in its entirety. From one here all the way to here. You can't just deal from here to here and forget the rest here. No, you have to do the whole thing, because there are going to be then loopholes within the law that can permit. The issue will raise more questions than answers.
Yeah, that like you say, if they go to one house and they find 100 grams, they go say, well, 10 I will live here. So 10 each we got 10. You understand? So that, like you said, a lot of things for work out, and not just for jump on it. I say, all right, here we goes. 10 grams, you're gonna clear. But it go to you mention, if they will stop you on the street when they're on a bicycle or the walk, a vehicle, you have that amount. If it will be legal for you to have it outside of your premises as well. You understand? And then when they say about smoking, when they say in on your premises, you have to smoke it inside the house, lock up, or in your yard. When the neighbor on the other side not to smoke it, then it affect the neighbor. You sit down in your backyard in your hammock and smoke.
All of those questions, but we have not seen the bill.
Yeah,
we have not seen the bill, and therefore it's one of those situations there we can. But let's hope that this thing is aired out more.
Right.
Like when you put out your laundry, this has to be done with this bill. People need to, and for God's sake, when the time comes for the public hearings, not stay home. Go out and not tell the bestia haber dicho. Tú ve. You go and you talk about
I want to ask this, but I'm afraid for you ask it because I'm afraid that man may tell me something. Because sometimes when they got their question and answer, they got some people who answer you tough, you know. They try get you off, you understand? But then nobody can do nothing. And you could debate to them right there. And sometimes I say, you got 1 minute to ask a question, and then you go sit down. You understand? You have to have that number, because if you the answer me in a way why they ask you this question, you try to divert on it, I need to make you get back on track with this question why they ask.
Exactly.
Right? But on that note, we'll take a break, and when I come back, I hear some schools, I believe they ask us a lot of books, and the Ministry of Education they clarify about it.
Ratchet. Yes.
I'm going to take a break, folks.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Y'all ready for this?
Get serious. Get bopped.
The Philip Goulton Highway between Belize City and the Philip Goulton International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section A of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and PGIA is nearing completion at an investment of $13.6 million. Works include construction of retaining walls to prevent erosion, widening of the road cross-section to include paved road shoulders, pavement restoration and resurfacing. The project also includes installation of LED road lighting and safety features such as signs, reflectors, road marking, and improved visibility through the clearing of the road reserve. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
A&R Stores Countrywide announced the arrival of name brand school bags in all colors, design and sizes, stationery supplies, composition books, lunch bags, laptops, tablets, watches and everything else you will need for this new school year. So take time out and have your pick out of the largest variety of durable school bags in the country. They are also pleased to announce the arrival of a wide assortment of housewares like Sterilite plastic containers in different sizes, glassware, kitchen utensils, cooking pots and pans, and beautiful floral arrangements. And if you need to redo your bathroom or your bedroom, visit them for the most beautiful bath mat sets, ready-made curtains in beautiful colors and designs, lights and mirrors, bed sheets for twin, full, queen and king size beds, plus comfortable pillows and beautiful comforters to match. And best of all, it is always the excellent service and the low prices that make the difference at A&R. So come visit our stores in Orange Walk, Corozal, Belize City, Belmopan, San Ignacio and now in Dangriga for the best in housewares and school supplies at the guaranteed best prices in town. A&R, where our prices make the difference.
The new Belize City Civic Center is taking shape at the foot of the Balkan Bridge and is expected to be completed by December 2017. This multi-purpose mega facility will boast an air-conditioned interior with a seating capacity of 4,500. a FIBA-certified wooden main court and 3 practice courts, offices, media boxes, and multiple locker rooms. Another basketball court with 24-hour access to the public and parking for 200 vehicles. This $34 million investment highlights a new era of world-class sporting infrastructure for the entire country of Belize. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Tienes 8 cilindros. Eres adrenalina disfrazada de aleación de aluminio a 8000 revoluciones por minuto.
Así como así. ¿Será el cigüeñal?
Una limpieza de inyectores y un cambio de aceite. Vas a correr con libertad, campeón.
Los que entendemos al motor como si tuviera voz, hablamos máquina. Roche-France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Ahora distribuido por German Vega & Sons. Búsquelo en su tienda favorita.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longanisa, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 28 minutes after 8 o'clock. And muy buenos días, compañeros. Si nos acabas de sintonizar, son las 8:28. We're going to shift a little bit, and we're going to be talking here and hopefully get your participation and calls, because this is an important issue. Yesterday in the news, the Education Minister, Patrick Farber, tells parents to reject extra fees. What in the world is he talking about? Well, we all know that school is about to begin.
Yeah, school is about to begin, but just permit me to make a little announcement before we go to that. I'm sending out an appeal to everyone out there. I have a good friend, family member, who is at the KHMH in Belize City, and this person is in need of blood. O positive. If you know, if you are O positive, or if you know someone that is O positive and they are a donor, we're asking you all to kindly give your support. You don't really have to go all the way to Belize City. Any part of the country you're there, you can go to the hospital and do your donation. Just text me at 626-4. You could text the loan to 626-4882, or my number is 600-5769. So when you go to the hospital or any part of the country where you will be doing your donation, then I can give you the name of the person that you will be donating it to. Thank you very much. That's O positive.
O positive. And let me just quickly tell you that the majority of people in the world are O positive.
Okay.
Okay. So, school is about to start again, and many parents are ensuring that their children have all the supplies needed. I mean, one quick walk down Baker Street or any other school supplies and stationery store, you will find people purchasing the bags, the books.
You look like when Christmas they come.
You know what I mean? And I mean, it's and not only that, but all the pencils and all the everything else.
Yeah. Everything else when it comes to school
that
supplies.
You want the pencil case, that you want your math set, that you need this, that you other. But it says some government schools are taking advantage of parents and charging them extra on items like supplies and even school fees. It's against the rules, and Prime Minister Patrick Farber recently posted.
Who is the Minister of Education?
And he's also the Minister of Education. On his Facebook page, quote, "This is way past the mark. Stop the fleecing of students and parents. Parents shouldn't tolerate anything like this from schools. Please report your nearest district education center." Honorable Patrick Farber said, the schools are allowed to charge fees as well, and I've seen some very ridiculous fees being charged, and I wish to say that the rules are very clear. The Education Act are very clear in terms of what can be charged at the school and how much and once charges are being made. I have seen schools change fees without consulting the ministry.
What?
Let us look at the list that he is referring to.
That look like a big list there, pa.
Yes.
So this is a primary school?
And
that's a big list for a primary school.
And
then.
I will tell you, and I am just quickly opening the page here, and it says, Valley of Peace Christian School, Standard 2, material list. Standard 2. Good Lord, when I made a Standard 2, que iba un pizarrón y un pedacito de marcador.
That's it.
Y eso es todo. But no, I don't have a problem with the Durable Children's Bible, an Atlas of Belize, an Oxford Dictionary, English and Spanish Dictionary. Hello?
But does it have to be Oxford?
Do you need a Spanish dictionary in Standard 2? 5 school uniforms. Okay, one for every day of the week. Well, tell you what. My mother used to tell us that many times they used to have to wash the same uniform at night, make you have it clean for the next day. School shoes, rubber boots for rainy days, Crayola or Rose Art thick crayons, scissors for children, geometry sets. What geometry set? Standard 2? Hello? Geometry set for Standard 2? White glue, typing sheets, a pack of 500.
What? So
wait.
So if they have 20 kids in one class, how much typing sheets they are gonna Emmanuel?
About what? 10,000?
Man.
A dozen sharpeners. Why do you need a dozen sharpeners? A dozen eraser, pencil, a pack of 144 pencils, 2 pencil cases, folder sheets, 107 plastic folders for records and to keep paper organized, 1 wooden ruler, a dozen exercise book, Crayola or Rose Art washable markers, 3 whiteboard markers, small whiteboard. Hello, what you need that for? Thick clear tape, 3 Bible coloring books, 3 hand sanitizers, 3 paper towels, 1 umbrella, 3 packs Play-Doh of different color, poster paints with brushes, 12 Bristol boards, 24 sharp paper, Construction paper, school bag, not Disney. Optional, 1 gigabyte USB so a teacher can save educational videos for repetition, helps a child to memorize. I may be out of tune with all of these things, but when you were in Standard 2, do you remember what it was in your school bag?
But I got one book, we got a little thing up there with a circle around it, and I got a times table at back. Somebody used to tell you.
Hold high the torch of glory.
Yes.
The thing that says.
And I got a nice times table at back, and that's about it.
And your pencil.
Your pencil.
And so forth. What is the big deal? I understand that we're becoming more. I don't know, times have changed. Yes, there's an element of change. But the point is, I'm sorry, I just want to quickly, that do you need all of this?
10 sharp now.
Do you need a pack of 144 pencils?
And the, which one, the folder sheet or the type?
Exactly. What you need that for?
Yeah, the 500, a pack of 500, then they ask for.
Can you imagine the expense that every family has to go through to get that?
So what is the minister saying? You have to get it or you don't have to get it?
But the minister says, hell no, you don't need it. This is excessive. This is the way past the mark. Stop the fleecing of students and parents. Parents shouldn't tolerate anything like this from schools. Please report to the nearest district education center.
Yeah, well, it's good that one person make one report about it, because there are things they are supposed nobody never report about it, you know, and that our village, you know what kind of struggle them people got in their village, how they live in their village there, and they have to get all the things. It's good to get all the materials, the educational materials that your kid need to go to school, you know, Emmanuel. But not on a kind of level there what a list that they come out with. People might say that what if they don't get all of them things, they don't might get the adequate education because those are listed because it is what they need. But you could look for someone there and see someone there really out of order, man.
I'm just trying to get in perspective there. Look at the comments, okay? Yes, it says, and when the top of it is that it says, when the children don't bring, they are ostracized. Teachers here send out a teacher wish list and a regular book list in case any parent wants to donate. Wow, this book is oppressive to the average family. Okay, some of us here that have 3 and 4 kids going to school, what can we do? Or single parent, some can't even find 3 meals per day, much less buy all of them things. You know, some people are taking an opportunity to say, oh, we need to have support from the government and this and this and this. The point, yes, that may be true, but the point is that, do you need all the stuff that you're asking for? I'm hoping here in Orange Walk that this is not the case. I'm hoping that here in Orange Walk ojalá que aquí en Orange Walk no tenemos la misma situación donde las escuelas estén pidiendo tanta cosa.
Yeah, that's true, because that list there really they high if it's true. So it's good that you start to talk a little bit in Spanish so the people can understand what would they discuss when it comes to this school list, because we don't want to make people take it in a way, model there. They say that, hey, only discourage the parents there from buy the material when they pick the need for care back to school, but that is not the case. That is not the case. This list look like one overcrowded list, and at this point, we don't believe that the majority of parents can afford all these books that are listed on that list. We're not saying that the school don't need it.
Well, like I said, relative to a standard 2 book list that you need geometry set. I never go on Oxford geometry set till I did a what? First farm. Standard 2, you need a geometry set?
And you see, Manuel, sometimes, right? Sometimes when you go to school, they have people who might, let's say for a dictionary, they have somebody who might have a dictionary to give you, but, and maybe suppose somebody got a Webster dictionary and they want to give you, that list they call for a Webster dictionary.
Well, I imagine if I came a Webster dictionary or whatever dictionary, then better accept that because I'm not going to be purchasing another one.
That one is specified for the one that the specific one, and then they ask for when it comes to the dictionary. And we all know.
I think at the end of the day they made a genuine mistake. They should have just put a dictionary. But you see, they're fearful for people bringing those still small dictionaries that don't have. But then again, hello, we're talking standard 2.
And like I said, it's our village.
Valley of Peace.
Yeah, at our village. Then people who work at village, they don't got much employment like people who live at town, you know. People mostly deal with their farmers.
Precisely the point. Precisely the point. Why would you want to?
And that you must need 2 school bags for carry all anything.
Exactly. Well, this is, I apologize. Why would you, this is for the term, and this is for the entire year, I'm sorry.
Yeah, for the school year.
Telling you that, I must be honest, that it's referring to the entire year. And it may be that you may need certain things, but in previous instances, I imagine that the school used to provide little things, but now the schools are saying, we not got money for buy this. Let the students bring it. You know what I mean? Who ends up most of the time buying it are the teachers out of their own money.
Yeah, true.
That is the truth. Bristol Board, we need something on the teacher to turn out. We need $2. Okay, buy the markers for another $3, and so forth, and then they do their posters.
Yeah, but
if there's any material that needs to be used for projects and so forth, the teacher should be hand in a pocket and do it, because she realizes the situation, the economic situation of most of the kids.
Yeah.
Some can afford, but some just cannot afford.
Yeah, but maybe all the things there, maybe they don't have to carry it at the starting of the school year, like what 10 sharp now. Maybe they don't have to carry it, but maybe like you said, they need this for the school, yeah. So maybe we'll get a period that will carry some, and then afterwards we'll bring the rest. But suppose you got a responsible picnic, and your picnic will do good with 5 sharp now for the school, yeah.
With one, man. With one.
One, it could do good with 1 sharp now for the school, yeah. You still have to carry 10?
No, I guess that's, at the end of the day, parents reacted drastically to this, because they go like, this is a list that comes from the teacher or the principal saying, you have to carry all of this. El pobre mamá o el papá lo va y dice, y bueno, ¿y dónde yo voy a sacar dinero para comprar esto? Todo esto. Tú sabes cuánto estás hablando. Aquí te hablo de cientos de dólares. Cientos de dólares. Entonces, al final del día, ¿qué vas a hacer? Vas a sacar el dinerito que tenías guardado para tu comida la siguiente semana.
Yeah, you can't shout out your kitchen like that. You have to make sure that you got for the picnic eat and drink. Remember, you have to take care of picnic health as well.
Okay. Dice, tía, los maestros están pidiendo demasiado. Mi mamá tuvo que ir a hacer un préstamo de $1,000 para poder comprarle todas esas cosas, porque tiene 4 niños en la escuela y uno en el colegio, porque los maestros le dijeron que los niños que no lo lleven los van a sacar fuera de la clase. Eso no es justo para nadie. Que los niños que no lo lleven los van a sacar de la clase. Eso no es justo. Eso no es justo enteramente.
You say it's good that ministry is stopping school from selling Coke and chips.
Ahí vamos, otro tema. Este tema se está discutiendo ampliamente en México, pero hay que recordar que el adversario aquí es grande, es fuerte y tiene mucha lana. Las compañías embotelladoras de Coca-Cola y de todo esto, quien están aquí, vamos a hablar la neta, ¿quiénes son los que, los niños toman mucho, pero mucho refresco? ¿Ok? Entonces, hay cierto movimiento en México para tratar de subirle el precio a este a estos refrescos cargados con azúcar, que al final del día están haciéndole daño a la gente. Si te das cuenta de que el índice de obesidad está subiendo fuertemente y que la gente se está tomando más Coca-Cola y más Coca-Cola, y no solo Coca-Cola, déjame corregir ese comentario. Estamos hablando de esos jugos que dicen, es jugo natural.
It can't be natural.
No, no es jugo natural. Parte de los jugo natural, tú le has agregado agua y le has agregado azúcar. ¿Ok? Así que no es natural. Natural es solo el jugo. Eso. Pero en muchas situaciones, si vas aquí al centro y pides, quiero un jugo de naranja, natural by 150. Wow, y pues yo voy a vender jugo de naranja también y los voy a embotellar porque se hace lana. Se hace lana. Y no es puro jugo.
Yep, that's true.
Es hecho en jugo. Do you
Yes.
You understand?
I get you.
So the amount of sugar that is in those juices is incredible. And we're talking here, quizás sea igual a una Coca-Cola. Nada más le estoy abriendo la mente a esto, compañeros. ¿Ok? Hay ciertos jugos como jugo de limón, que tienes que agregarle
You have to put the sugar to make it taste nice.
dentro. ¿Ok?
Because the lime already sour, right?
Y no te das cuenta de lo que estás tomando.
Dice, ese lime juice está sabroso.
Está sabroso. El que está allá atrás y que lo hizo, sabe que le puso media libra de azúcar al jugo y tú te lo estás tomando todo. Y en realidad, si estás así de gordo, ya le has agregado un poquito más. Son cositas que tenemos que empezar a fijarnos, compañeros. Y ahora, cuando estás viendo ese tipo de comida, chips y jugos y otro tipo de comida que no tiene valor nutrimental, o si tiene, lo tiene muy poco, entonces le estás dando la comida incorrecta a los niños que van a la escuela. Que por su naturaleza, por ser niños, les encanta comer chips de queso y tortillas y ese tipo de cosas. ¿Ok? Y les encanta comer dulce de tamarindo y ese tipo de cosas. ¿Me entiendes?
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? So, ahora, ¿qué vas a hacer? Si están fuera en la calle, los puedes parar. Lo que la escuela vende por dentro dentro de su lugar, ahora, ojalá, y tiene que ser regularizado. Es más, tiene que ser de valor nutrimental. ¿Ok? ¿Qué se va a vender para que los niños puedan comer?
Maybe we should start to teach the nutrition facts inside the classes so the kids could get to realize too.
Maybe that is being done, but it is just goes in through here and goes
Maybe
out through
too,
there.
because they want to talk it and they want to...
Exactly. So don't make it available and you have a better situation.
Yeah, that's true. You don't have to worry about it because once it's not available, then they never get it.
Or maybe unless they take it and hide it in their bags.
Yeah. And if they make it, try make it in a way that they don't have much sugar, man. Because you know the kids, they want to eat juice, but if you know sweet, they still not buy it because they don't want it. So like you said, better not make it available and done. But you know that some of the soft drinks companies, they donate, I don't know if they donate the little houses to some of the school there and just got the name paint on it. But some of the schools, they have their little house, they're right in the compound.
Really?
So they are exclusive, they are to sell the exclusive products of that company.
So within the school compound, you have those little buildings that say, for example, Coca-Cola and stuff like that.
Well, they got some, and they got, I see some of that already were painted with some of those signs. And then they write at the compound, but then you see sometime, the school always need donation. So somebody come by and say, we can build a house for no man, and then we don't sell no things, but then we don't sell for we product. You understand? So we have to look into the thing.
One comes with the other.
One comes with the
There's
other.
nothing like a free thing.
Even when the Ferris wheel come, you're frightened when you ride it, but you still have to pay for ride it. You know? But that book list there, I'm glad that somebody brought that out and the ministry made a presentation on it. And earlier when I read a comment from the minister, he always said that some of the school they raise them fees and so without informing the department.
Yes, sir.
You know, and when time the fees then go through, you go to a general meeting, you know, and say, pues este año tenemos que cobrar para this and that, one office fee, one paper fee, then one gate fee, then one yardman fee, then one restroom fee, come up, and sometimes they must figure, well, we could do it within the school because the parents agree, they come at the meeting and nobody never retaliate. But nobody never say yes neither.
There's one comment says, my goodness, I struggle with the 10 to 12 items on my kids' book list. He said, I would die if I had to get all of those things.
If you pick them to go to school.
Forgetting those things. He said, the quantity is my problem. The items are stuff children normally use throughout the school year.
That is true.
Teachers must and shouldn't dictate to parents that they be bought on one specific school day. For me, this is not a book list, but a reminder to parents. So, and we have to, you know, and what about their child would, they have a reply to parents about what their child would normally use in the year. I have seen teachers too many times packed up all these same items at the end of school year and take them home. Parents, my advice, use your discretion. These are just comments that are being placed. You know, so many times the schools ask for so many things that we as parents know our kids don't use, but to avoid our kids getting victimized at school, we send. I believe that the ministry needs to review from the book list that it is sent to parents, that is sent to the parents at the end of the year. The ministry do ask principals the book list and cost, but if you notice it's a village school, Value of Police Plus, I think they mostly target fees and textbooks, if I'm not mistaken. Well, ladies and gentlemen, friends, let's just hope that that situation is not prevalent here in Orange Walk. I must admit, I must agree with certain comments there that generally these are items that students use. When is the question? Will a standard 2 kid use all of those things? The quantities seem to be the problem as well. A dozen sharpeners, a gross of pencils, 144. You know what I mean? I mean, we struggle to buy only 12 exercise books and so forth. Now, for you to be getting that plus a dozen sharpeners and plus 2 school bags, plus this, plus the other, it makes it suddenly impossible. You know? People are going through difficult time, especially with those that have 3 and 4 kids at school.
Yeah, like that person was in that text, he say a parent had to make a loan of $1,000 because of 4 of them. You know, this one talk about the decriminalization of marijuana, Mary Jane, will make this government go worse in Belize, will cost them the election, will join force with carnival and immorality, will bring the Lord's wrath upon the country. We must take heed. Then he said this next one. Some schools taking advantage of students and teachers. Schools must not burden the students and parents. And that is exactly what that list there is doing. That's why we bring it to the community, to the public, so they can understand. That one private school or it's a government school?
That I do believe that it's a government school.
Usually in the rural areas, there are mostly government schools, right?
It's a government school.
Yeah. Well, make we hope the team from the ministry will step in there and get some verification why this list is out like that, and make we hope that list is an accurate one and it's not a make-up list that people are trying to just bring out, right? But
no, it clearly says at the top it's a value of peace.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, this person who drafted a list must be, you know,
And that what standard 2?
Standard 2.
What the standard 4, 5, and 6 list would that look like then?
That's exactly it. Exactamente.
Yeah, exactly with you. Yeah. Well, Pa, it's 6 minutes away from 9 o'clock. We know that we have one more week. Well, I call it what? 4 and 2, 6 more days for you to transfer your vote, for you to be able to vote in the municipal elections over the country of Belize. I believe myself and Emmanuel has done a great job to explain to you exactly how it works, and if you move from one area to the next, you need to transfer your vote if you want to vote for this town council election or city council election. We have 2 cities in the country of Belize, which is Belize City and Belmopan, but they are in with this municipal election that comes up next year, the first Wednesday in March of 2018, which is the 7th of March. So you have 6 more days, 2 days in this week and 4 next week, because Thursday is the 31st, and that's the last day, because at the end of August, if you're not transferred and you want to vote in the town council election and are not registered in town, then you will not be able to vote for this election. But if you become 18, the day after that, then you could still register, because that's a new registration and you will be able to vote in the municipal election. So if you become 18, try to do it one time, because when you reach closer to the date, then the Elections and Boundaries Department gets flooded as well and get busy, because a lot of people want go in and just realize, oh, I'm get 18, I'm turned 18 last month or 2 months ago, but I never got register. But now I feel like I want to vote, so I go and go register. Or they are just becoming 18 on that day and they try to get in. So you can do it now, right after this transfers, because it might be busy for the rest of this week and next week. But if you feel like you could go stand up in a line and go register, because you become 18 today or tomorrow, then you could go do your registration. You don't have to do no more transfer. Just make sure that you register at the address where you live.
Exactly so. And like I said, if you're turning 18, please make it your duty to register and exercise the right to vote. It's your right, as soon as you turn 18, to be able to cast that sacred vote and say, this is the one I'm voting for.
Yep.
Okay? I know people who 30 odd years and go like, have you registered? No. And I don't like getting into politics. Why? Because I didn't at church. Hello? ¿Ya me entiendes? One has nothing to do with the other. Okay? Even if don't you have elections in your church? Don't you have somebody who is a leader in your church? And well, not only because of that, but I think that you're a citizen above everything else. You are a citizen. You are a member of a community, not only of the church, but a community where certain responsibilities cannot be shirked. Cannot. You must assume those responsibilities, because we use the word responsibility quite loosely. You don't assign anybody the responsibility to do something. That person must assume the responsibility to do it. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for tuning into the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 2 minutes before 9 o'clock. Today is the 24th of August. We're sending our best wishes to everybody today. And we hope that the day turns out to be a beautiful day. Let's keep in our prayers all those people who are going through difficult moments, and in particular, in much the same way that other people pray for us, we need to pray for those people who are being affected currently by floods and who may be affected in the very short future with floods and rising waters and hurricanes and so forth. So let's be thoughtful of others as pretty much the same way that other people think of us, we need to reciprocate. This show repeats at 9 o'clock tonight, and even if you don't see us tonight again, we'll be back again tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, and here's wishing you all the best.
That's all right, folks. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in. Remember, we're asking for the public's cooperation in donating blood for a close family friend member. If you have O positive and you're a donor, we're asking you to please donate at the KHMH in Belize City. Someone is in urgent need of blood. You can call me or text me at 600-5769 so I can tell you in what name you can deposit it, or call Mr. Jones at 626-4882. And not because the person is at the Carl Houston Hospital, then you have to go all the way there to do it. If you live here in Orange Walk, you can do it in Belmopan. Whatever part of the country, you can donate it once you are O positive. Also, we remind you of a 10 to 12 show coming up right here on the same station today, and tomorrow is the semifinals of the Universal Radio Kids Karaoke show right here on this station, and also simulcast on Universal Radio. And this is where yours truly, Robert Checker Usher, will be saying so long. If the good Lord so will, we will be back tomorrow again. And as we always say, hasta mañana.
Until we meet again. Hasta luego. Se cuidan mucho.
Sugar City Morning Show.